continuing with it on this side. I'm plagued by planes, so I'll carry on and we'll catch up shortly. And the process just continues. Also, it's important to thin out. There's a lot of growth on these trees, and it's important to thin out branches which are surplus to requirement. And that is something which I'm doing as I go along. Also, some branches are coming out from the same point. They need to be taken out. And also the dead branches, I'm still finding these. There are dead branches in here, so I'm going to go in from here and remove them. And also there's another branch which isn't doing very much, and some more dead branches here. And again, these are not doing much for the tree. They come out. Continuing with the fine pruning, so now I can see from here the other side, which I thought I'd finished, but there are branches which are going into each other from this side of the trees on this side. I'll take those out. I'll slow down a bit to take a closer look, and so prune it so that it's done as well as I can. I've done most of it, so just gradually working round the trees, and now sort this side out. And also in the process I've been thinning out the branches. There are too many, and when you have that, it becomes a bush as opposed to a bonsai. So a fair amount of thinning has gone on. And also there were a lot of dead branches which were hidden by all the foliage, and hopefully the branches lower down will get a lot more light and grow, as I intend to develop the lower branches. Well, I have been carrying on with this so fairly steadily, and as you can see, it's gradually coming together. And also by reducing the first rough cut and then fine pruning it, it's much better to be able to see where the branches are and what needs to be taken in. Just like these branches, I'm going to take them right in. And this is going to be quite a... The crowns are forming quite nicely on these, and there's enough foliage there to sort of have a crown. We'll just have a quick turn. Or the other way rather. This is the front, that's where the bigger trees are, and you can see it's much lighter, and there's a reasonable amount of foliage, and from now onwards it'll be pruned on a much regular basis. And I'll give it a quick turn, and so you can see it from all sides. There is one further problem with it, and that is the moss, which tends to climb up on the trunks of the tree, and I've said this on many an occasion that the moss should be removed with a toothbrush or even the tweezers, where it's a bit hard to come off. And the reason for that I've explained in previous videos is that the moss is constantly damp, and that makes the bark of the tree damp, and gradually the bark will rot and the tree will die. So it is important that we regularly remove any moss from the trunks. Another method is to use dilute vinegar with water and cover the pot, the soil, and apply it to the areas where the moss is, the diluted vinegar and water solution, and the moss will gradually die off. But make sure that it doesn't, the vinegar solution doesn't go into the soil, otherwise you'll end up harming and damaging the tree. Well, I've done a fair amount of removal of the moss, but the weather's turning now. It's starting to drizzle and it'll rain shortly. It's very dark, the clouds are in, and so I have to stop now, and I will have a quick look at the base of the trees. I'll give it a quick turn and then do a further shot from... This is the front, and this is, we started at the back, so we'll finish at the back. Much lighter, I'm sure you'll agree, and a lot thinner, and we'll start at the front. So this is the front of the tree. That's where the bigger trees are. There is a slight difference in the size. They're more or less similar size, but some are just a tad bigger than the others. And I'll do a quick sort of turn, and then I've got to start packing the stuff. That's the rear of the trees, and this is the front, and it's still in a plastic training pot. It'll continue to be in this training pot for a while, and perhaps maybe next year we'll find a permanent home for this forest. In the meantime, it'll continue to stay here, and it'll be clipped and pruned regularly, and I probably may do an update in a few months' time if there is anything to show or worth showing. In the meantime, Thank you for watching, and please comment, like, share, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. This is Iqbal Khan for mikbonsai in West London.